Every human has some type of desire within them or desire for a certain type of version that they would like to become. Maybe that's bringing some type of manifestation into their life or a goal, a job, a skill, a behavior, spiritual progress, education, some type of artistic pursuit, writing a book, whatever the case may be. Um, and humans thrive off of that desire, and I believe personally that it's a gift from God. For me personally, I think the whole deal is to surrender your heart to God, let that heart get refurbished properly, and then He will show you the secret desires of your heart. Now, when you have these type of desires and you can feel that heartbeat in your chest for a reason, a lot of us can get stuck in just thinking about our desires. Um, so the way that you kind of cut all the bullshit aside and see if you're truly abiding by your heart's desire is to write some shit down, right? So we can do things like, you can write your goal at the top of the paper, who you want to become, the skills that you want, behaviors, spiritual maturity, whatever the case may be. And then I want you to like sweep up the last week and then write down every thought, word, and action that contributed to that desire coming to fruition. And um, if you can't really come up with much, especially in the action, right? You're full of shit. Like we got to see our full of shitness. This is what happened to me, right? Is I would kind of get comfortable in my fantasies or my desires or what's to come and excitement, but it was really just like this mental masturbation of sitting and thinking and sitting and thinking, and it's like we don't need more thoughts. I needed to start living upon the hints that my desires are giving me. Now it's comfortable just thinking about it because if your desire is true and proper and of God, it should move your coffee table into the discomfort zone. And so a lot of us never really end up living upon the hint of our heart because it is so challenging, challenging to the ego. We got to walk through fear. We got to be willing to look like a fool. We got to try hard. What if they say all these things, right? And so the best thing that can happen to someone on this pursuit uh, is to see their own full of shitness and how they've been mediocre at best on a serious level, right? Like, oh, you think you're serious about it? It's like you're mediocre, you're surface level at best. Until I could write this down and see all my full of shitness, um, there could be like there can be a lot of motion up here in the mind, but very little action in reality. So, no manifestation, no creation. Um, I can actually hide behind my desires. Um, and once we start really like fleshing out these desires and trying hard, and one of my coaches right now, it's like I have to do um weekly some type of inner work and outer work that supports the desire of my heart. So inner work may be meditation, praying, breath work, clearing blockages, seeing myself fulfilling the desire, whatever the case may be, um, creating the spiritual energy that can build the man to take the action to create the thing, the desire, right? And then like a practical action in the week, like how did you live out? How did you become the person that if he continues to live this way in a year, his desire may come to fruition? And so listen, everybody's full of shit. Everybody. And especially you, the one that was just like, I'm not full of shit. You're the most full of shit, right? Like everything. I say this with love and encouragement, but like everything changed in my life when I was able to look in the mirror and realize and see how full of shit I actually was. Now, listen, I'm still full of shit, just not to the red line degree where it like threatens my life. Um, well, we go through seasons. We go through seasons of that, right? But the bounce back, we bounce back. Bounce back is good. Um, so you don't need another fucking yes man in your life. You need someone that we call an expander, someone who is unwilling to let you compromise your heart's desire. They encourage, challenge, and remind you that you are capable and everything that you desire is within your reach if you are willing to pay a price. You can pretty much have anything that you want in life and pretty much become anything that you would like to be, provided you're willing to pay a price, because everything comes with a price. Um, and what we see a lot nowadays is everyone just wants their cake and eat it too. You know, they don't want shit to be hard. They want meaning and purpose and passion and love, like right off rip. And I think that there's so much lesson to be learned in the process of following our desire that life, the heart of God, has to teach us about our desires, about becoming the person that can steward our desires when they come into fruition. Um, and so process oriented, right? Like we can have a goal, but I must be process oriented, falling in love with the process of creating versus being attached to the outcome of all my creating. It better, if I'm going to do this, and this, then it better become this. No. There's no bargain. You either love creating and practicing the skill or right or whatever it is. You either fall in love with the thing and let love take care of itself. Or in my experience, if I'm always worried on outcome, I'll frustrate the process here because my mind and my heart won't actually be in the act of. And, you know, half of my being is going to be fearful about what I need to get to be okay. Thus, robbing my energy of the creation process and fulfilling my fear of not actually getting the thing that I want. This is my belief. This is also what I've seen in myself. And I'm also way happier, way more at peace, way more dialed in, and just all around a better fucking guy when I'm falling in love with creating, you know? So that's all I have to say about that.